Welcome back to Night's Embrace, where we explore gaming's deepest mysteries and most haunting stories. Tonight we begin a journey into one of the most profound and beautiful horror narratives ever created. So settle in, get comfortable, and let us guide you gently into the shadowed streets of Yharnam, where healing becomes curse and knowledge transforms into the most terrible burden of all. Picture this. You wake on a cold stone table in a dimly lit clinic. Strange medical instruments gleam in the gaslight. A pale figure in a wide-brimmed hat leans over you and without ceremony begins transfusing foreign blood into your veins. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt, he whispers, and suddenly you're somewhere else entirely, a realm of eternal twilight, where a kindly old man in a wheelchair greets you beside a garden of white flowers. Welcome, good hunter, he says with genuine warmth. You've come to the right place. This is how Bloodborne begins, not with exposition or explanation, but with mystery, atmosphere, and the immediate sense that you've entered a world where nothing is quite what it seems. Over the next hour, we'll explore the foundations of this remarkable story, the city of Yharnam, its people, its institutions, and the terrible sequence of events that transformed a beacon of healing into a nightmare realm, where hunters stalk the streets and citizens cower behind locked doors. Chapter 1. The City of Miracles. Long before the night of eternal hunting, Yharnam was known throughout the world as a place of miracles. Picture a Victorian city of impossible beauty, towering Gothic cathedrals with spires that pierce the very heavens, cobblestone streets lined with elegant lampposts that cast warm pools of light into the evening mist, grand bridges spanning ancient waterways, connecting districts of stunning architectural achievement. But Yharnam's true wonder lay not in its beauty, but in its promise of healing. For this was the city of blood ministration, where a miraculous substance known as old blood could cure any ailment, heal any wound, and grant strength beyond human limitations. Pilgrims traveled from distant continents, seeking Yharnam's healing, and few left disappointed. The old blood was discovered deep beneath the city, in the ruins of an ancient civilization known as the Pthumerians. These pale, elongated beings had once built vast underground labyrinths where they communed with entities from beyond the stars. When Byrgenwerth scholars first descended into these forgotten depths, they found chambers filled with strange artifacts, Pthumerian remains, and most importantly, contact with cosmic entities that would lead to the extraction and refinement of what became known as old blood. Master Willem, the elderly provost of Byrgenwerth College, understood immediately that they had found something far more significant than medicine. This blood carried within it traces of cosmic consciousness, fragments of awareness that belonged to beings whose existence transcended human understanding. Willem's motto became "Fear the old blood," for he recognized its transformative power and the dangers that transformation might bring. But Willem's most brilliant student, a young scholar named Laurence, saw only the blood's potential for good. Where Willem saw cosmic horror lurking behind miraculous healing, Laurence saw humanity's salvation from disease, suffering, and death itself. The philosophical divide between teacher and student would reshape Yharnam's destiny, leading to the founding of the Healing Church and the systematic distribution of old blood throughout the city's population. The Healing Church rose to become Yharnam's most powerful institution, combining religious authority with medical expertise. Its massive cathedral dominated the city's skyline, while its blood ministers traveled to every district, offering healing to rich and poor alike. Blood saints provided their own refined blood for the most serious cases, while elaborate rituals surrounded the process of blood ministration, transforming medicine into sacrament. For a time, Yharnam truly seemed blessed. Diseases that had plagued humanity for millennia simply vanished. Injuries that would have crippled or killed instead healed perfectly, often leaving recipients stronger than before. The city's population swelled with grateful pilgrims, and Yharnam's influence spread across the known world. Yet beneath this golden age, changes were already beginning. Citizens who received blood ministration reported strange dreams. Some claimed to hear voices calling from impossible distances. Others spoke of seeing things that shouldn't exist, glimpsing figures moving in their peripheral vision that vanished when looked at directly. The church dismissed these reports as temporary side effects of powerful medicine, but a few scholars began documenting patterns that suggested something far more concerning. Chapter 2. The Hunt Begins. The first beast appeared on a quiet Thursday evening in Old Yharnam's residential district. The Mrs. Henwick, a seamstress known for her kindness to stray cats, was found by her neighbors transformed into something that defied description. Where once stood a gentle elderly woman, now crouched a creature of elongated limbs, razor teeth, and wild, matted fur. Her eyes retained just enough humanity to make her transformation all the more horrifying. The church responded swiftly, declaring Mrs. Henwick's condition a rare adverse reaction to blood ministration. They assured the public that such cases were isolated anomalies, easily contained and treated. But the transformations didn't stop. Over the following weeks, more citizens underwent similar changes, always at night, always accompanied by screams that echoed through Yharnam's narrow streets. It was Gehrman, a scholar from Byrgenwerth, with expertise in weaponry and combat, who proposed the solution that would define Yharnam's future. If beasts threatened the city's peace, then hunters must rise to meet them. He established the Hunter's Workshop, training volunteers in specialized combat techniques designed to combat creatures that were once human. The first hunters were noble figures, protectors who ventured into the night to keep citizens safe from the growing beast threat. They developed trick weapons, ingenious devices that could transform from one form to another, adapting to different combat situations. The punter's saw cleaver could function as both compact sword and extended saw. The threaded cane appeared to be a gentleman's walking stick, but transformed into a whip-like weapon capable of striking multiple enemies. Gehrman himself became known as the First Hunter, a legendary figure who could move through the night like a shadow, eliminating beast threats with surgical precision. His students learned not just combat techniques, but the mental discipline necessary to face horrors that challenged human understanding. They wore distinctive outfits, dark coats, and wide-brimmed hats that became symbols of protection throughout Yharnam. But as the beast threat grew, so too did the hunter's methods become more extreme. The hunt evolved from targeted elimination of specific threats to wholesale purges of entire districts. Old Yharnam, where the first beasts appeared, was eventually burned to the ground, its surviving inhabitants abandoned to their fate. The official explanation spoke of containing infection, but some wondered whether the cure had become worse than the disease. The healing church blessed these hunts, declaring them holy crusades against corruption and sin. Blood ministers began carrying weapons alongside their healing supplies, ready to defend themselves or eliminate threats before they could spread. The line between healer and hunter blurred until distinction became meaningless. Meanwhile, in the hunter's workshop, Gehrman noticed troubling changes in his students. Prolonged exposure to beast blood and cosmic influences began affecting their minds. Some became obsessed with the hunt itself, finding meaning only in violence and the thrill of combat. Others reported dreams of vast, impossible spaces, filled with entities that spoke without words. The creation of the hunter's dream marked a turning point in this escalating cycle. Through means that remain mysterious, the moon presence created this realm outside normal time and space, binding Gehrman to serve as its caretaker. Gehrman and Laurence had performed a ritual to beckon the moon presence, but the dream itself was the cosmic entity's creation, not Gehrman's. This otherworldly workshop became the heart of the hunt, a place where the most dedicated hunters could continue their work indefinitely, freed from mortal limitations. The plain doll appeared in the dream soon after its creation, a mysterious figure who tended to hunters with maternal care. She could somehow transform the spiritual essence of defeated enemies into strength and skill, allowing hunters to grow more powerful with each successful kill. Her gentle nature provided comfort in a realm dedicated to violence, though questions about her true nature would persist. Chapter 3. Your Awakening. And so we come to your story, dear hunter. You arrive in Yharnam as the latest in a long line of foreign hunters, drawn by promises of palablood and the opportunity to participate in something greater than yourself. But the Yharnam you enter is not the gleaming city of healing that once attracted pilgrims from across the world. The blood transfusion that begins your journey introduces old blood directly into your system, marking you as both hunter and potential victim of the very forces you've come to combat. The medical procedure is performed without consent or explanation, the first of many violations of human agency that characterize Yharnam's approach to solving its problems. Your awakening in the hunter's dream serves multiple purposes beyond simple tutorial mechanics. The dream exists as a testing ground where potential hunters can be evaluated and developed according to cosmic criteria that remain hidden from mortal understanding. Your ability to access this realm marks you as something special, though whether that specialness represents blessing or curse remains unclear. Gehrman's greeting, delivered with grandfatherly warmth, masks the true nature of your situation. You have been bound to the dream through processes you don't understand, committed to a hunt that may continue indefinitely. The wheelchair-bound hunter's kind demeanor conceals profound sadness, the weight of knowledge about your likely fate and his own trapped condition. The doll's presence adds another layer of mystery to your situation. Her obvious artificiality, combined with genuine emotional responses, suggests that the dream operates according to rules that transcend normal reality. She treats you with maternal affection, despite having no history with you, caring for your development in ways that seem both nurturing and calculating. Your first descent into central Yharnam reveals a city in the grip of terror. Citizens cower behind locked doors, shouting warnings and threats to anyone who approaches. The few brave enough to venture outside carry weapons and speak of the hunt with mixture of hope and dread. Notes scattered throughout the streets tell stories of neighbors transformed, families destroyed, and hope gradually extinguished. The beasts you encounter represent fellow humans who have undergone the same blood ministration process that marked your own arrival. Their transformations reflect different stages of corruption, from recently changed citizens who retain human clothing and behavior patterns, to fully bestial creatures that show no trace of their former humanity. Father Gascoigne serves as your first major test, and your first glimpse into the hunt's true horror. This foreign hunter came to Yharnam from foreign lands, and became a church hunter, though his original motivations for arriving in the city remain shrouded in mystery. His skill and dedication earned him respect among fellow hunters, yet when you encounter him, Gascoigne has succumbed to blood-drunk madness, hunting his own family through the narrow streets of central Yharnam. The music box that can temporarily calm Gascoigne's rage represents one of Bloodborne's most poignant details. This simple toy, carried by his young daughter, contains melodies associated with peaceful family moments before the hunt consumed his humanity. The box's power to reach through bestial corruption and touch remaining fragments of human consciousness demonstrates that transformation is not always complete or irreversible. Gascoigne's eventual death, whether by your hand or through his own final transformation, establishes the tragic pattern that will define your entire journey. Those who dedicate themselves to protecting Yharnam from cosmic horror inevitably become part of that horror themselves. The hunt consumes its participants, transforming protectors into threats and gradually erasing the distinction between hunter and hunted. Chapter 4. The Church's Domain. The Cathedral Ward represents the spiritual and political heart of Yharnam, where the healing church's power manifests in architectural grandeur and religious authority. The massive cathedral that dominates this district stands as testament to the church's success in transforming blood ministration from medical procedure to sacred sacrament. The ward's layout reflects hierarchical thinking that places cosmic and religious concerns above human needs. Towering spires draw attention skyward toward heavenly realms, while the human spaces below remain cramped and maze-like. The few citizens who dare to venture outside speak in hushed tones about blood saints and cosmic mysteries, their vocabulary transformed by religious indoctrination. Vicar Amelia presides over this domain as the church's highest-ranking official, a figure who embodies both the institution's holy mission and its fundamental vulnerability to cosmic corruption. Her public prayers speak of guidance and protection, invoking old blood as divine blessing and sacred gift. Yet her private transformation into a massive cleric beast reveals the inevitable corruption that awaits even the church's highest officials. The prayer that triggers Amelia's transformation contains crucial insights into the church's relationship with cosmic forces. She speaks of transcendence and evolution, calling upon old blood to grant wisdom and strength beyond human limitations. Her words suggest that the church leadership understands the transformative nature of their practices, embracing the benefits while believing they can control the dangers. Amelia's beast form retains elements of religious symbolism, with her transformed body displaying pendant and vestments that mark her ongoing connection to church authority. This visual continuity reveals the inevitable corruption that awaits even the church's highest officials. While the church leadership understands the transformative dangers of old blood, Amelia's transformation into a cleric beast represents the failure of their attempts to control cosmic forces, not their intended goal. The workshop area beneath the cathedral ward reveals another aspect of church operations, where practical concerns of weapon maintenance and hunter support intersect with religious mission. The presence of church servants and blood ministers in these spaces demonstrates how completely the institution has integrated hunting into its spiritual practices. Multiple paths forward from the cathedral ward reflect the growing complexity of your situation as cosmic awareness increases. The route to Old Yharnam offers glimpses into the hunt's historical development and its escalating brutality. The path to the Forbidden Woods leads toward Byrgenwerth and the source of Yharnam's cosmic knowledge. The upper cathedral ward provides access to the church's most advanced research and darkest secrets. Each road forward represents different aspects of the cosmic horror that lurks beneath Yharnam's Gothic surface. Old Yharnam shows the consequences of failed solutions to cosmic problems. The Forbidden Woods reveal how cosmic influence spreads beyond human control. The Upper Cathedral Ward demonstrates the Church's attempts to master cosmic forces through institutional power and religious authority. The citizens you encounter throughout the Cathedral Ward display varying stages of cosmic awareness and transformation. Some retain enough humanity to engage in conversation, sharing fragments of lore and local knowledge. Others have begun the process of conscious transformation, seeking to join the church hierarchy or achieve cosmic transcendence through their own efforts. The blood-drunk hunters who prowl the ward's darker corners represent the hunt's failure to maintain human moral boundaries. These figures, once protectors of human life, have become predators who hunt fellow humans for sport or cosmic power. Their presence throughout church territory suggests institutional tolerance or encouragement of their activities. Chapter 5. Forbidden Knowledge. The Forbidden Woods mark your first major departure from Yharnam's urban environment, leading into wild territories where cosmic influence operates without human mediation or control. The forest's twisted trees and shadowy paths create an atmosphere of primordial dread, suggesting that cosmic horror predates human civilization and will likely survive its destruction. The enemies you encounter here differ significantly from the transformed humans that populate Yharnam's streets. Snake-headed parasites burrow through human corpses, creating hybrid beings that represent fusion rather than transformation. These creatures suggest that cosmic influence can create entirely new forms of life rather than simply corrupting existing forms. The shadows of Yharnam that guard the path to Byrgenwerth represent your first encounter with beings that serve cosmic entities directly rather than through human institutions. Their alien appearance and supernatural abilities demonstrate that the Great Ones possess servants that transcend human understanding and limitation. Byrgenwerth College itself appears modest and unassuming, a simple academic building that seems inadequate to house the cosmic knowledge that has reshaped civilization. This understated appearance masks the institution's true significance as the original source of humanity's contact with cosmic forces and the birthplace of Yharnam's transformation. Master Willem's presence in Byrgenwerth's highest room provides your first direct encounter with someone who has achieved partial cosmic consciousness through scholarly pursuit rather than blood ministration. His motionless contemplation of the lake suggests a mind that has transcended normal human concerns while remaining trapped in mortal form. The lake itself serves as gateway to the encounter with Rom, the vacuous spider, a being that once served as one of Willem's students before undergoing transformation into something beyond human recognition. Rom's role as guardian of human ignorance reflects Willem's philosophy that cosmic truth must be carefully controlled to prevent mass transformation and social collapse. Rom's spider form represents successful transformation into cosmic consciousness, but at the cost of individual agency and recognizable humanity. Her title, vacuous, suggests emptiness rather than wisdom, indicating that cosmic awareness might involve the loss of personal identity and emotional capacity. The battle with Rom serves as Bloodborne's central turning point, representing the player's transition from gothic horror to cosmic horror, from dealing with human problems to confronting universal forces that operate beyond human comprehension. Rom's defeat removes the barrier that protects ordinary humans from perceiving cosmic truth, fundamentally altering both the player's experience and the world itself. The blood moon that rises following Rom's death bathes Yharnam in crimson light that reveals previously hidden cosmic entities. Amygdalae that were always present become visible throughout the city, clinging to buildings and observing human activity with alien intelligence. This revelation demonstrates that cosmic horror has always surrounded Yharnam's citizens, hidden only by ignorance and willful blindness. The transformation of various NPCs following the blood moon's appearance shows how cosmic awareness affects different individuals differently. Some characters gain insight and understanding, while others succumb to madness or transformation. These varied responses suggest that cosmic consciousness requires specific preparation and mental flexibility that not all humans possess. Chapter 6. The Nightmare Begins. The blood moon's influence extends beyond mere visibility of cosmic horrors to encompass fundamental changes in reality's structure and operation. The appearance of lesser amygdalae throughout Yharnam demonstrates that cosmic entities have always maintained presence in the physical world, though previously concealed from human perception. The nightmare frontier becomes accessible following these cosmic revelations, representing your first journey into a realm that operates according to cosmic rather than physical laws. This poisonous wasteland exists as testing ground for hunters who have gained sufficient cosmic awareness to navigate otherworldly territories. The amygdala that rules the nightmare frontier serves as both boss encounter and educational experience, demonstrating the power and alien nature of cosmic entities operating in their own domains. The creature's multiple arms and bizarre physiology suggest forms of existence that transcend earthly biology and conventional understanding. Yahagul, the unseen village, reveals itself as a secret settlement where cosmic research has proceeded without church oversight or limitation. The Mensis scholars who populate this area represent academic pursuit of cosmic knowledge taken to its logical extreme, seeking direct contact with cosmic entities regardless of personal cost or social consequence. The School of Mensis ritual chambers display the physical apparatus necessary for achieving contact with cosmic consciousness through artificial means. The elaborate machinery, ritual circles, and preserved corpses demonstrate systematic approaches to transcendence that bypass the gradual development preferred by other cosmic practitioners. The One Reborn boss encounter represents the culmination of Mensis experiments in artificial cosmic creation. This grotesque fusion of corpses and cosmic energy demonstrates both the ambition and fundamental misunderstanding that characterizes forced approaches to cosmic transcendence. The Nightmare of Mensis, accessible after defeating the One Reborn, provides insight into the consciousness of beings who have achieved partial cosmic awareness through artificial means. The realm's hostile environment and maze-like structure reflect minds that have been damaged by premature exposure to cosmic truth. Nikolash, host of the nightmare, serves as the primary representative of forced cosmic ascension and its psychological consequences. His fragmented dialogue and obsessive behavior demonstrate how academic pursuit of cosmic knowledge can destroy individual personality while granting limited cosmic awareness. The brain of Mensis, suspended above the nightmare, appears to be either a great one or the result of the School of Mensis's failed ritual to contact Murgo. Its true nature remains one of Bloodborne's most enigmatic mysteries, though its maddening influence suggests a connection to the cosmic forces the scholars sought to reach. Its maddening presence and eventual fall demonstrate both the power and instability of artificially created cosmic awareness. Murgo's wet nurse appears as guardian of the cosmic child, whose cries have attracted the attention of cosmic entities and human scholars alike. This encounter represents direct confrontation with cosmic parenthood and the protective instincts of beings that transcend human understanding. Chapter 7. The Truth Revealed. The revelation of Murgo's existence as a cosmic child born of human and Great One union provides crucial insight into the cosmic entity's ultimate goals and the nature of their relationship with humanity. This invisible infant represents successful cosmic reproduction, though its trapped state in nightmare realms suggests that even successful attempts at cosmic parenthood result in tragedy and isolation. The connection between Murgo's presence and the blood moon's appearance demonstrates how cosmic children can influence reality across dimensional boundaries. The child's cries serve as beacon that attracts cosmic attention while accelerating transformation processes throughout Yharnam. The upper cathedral ward, accessible through various means following cosmic revelations, reveals the Healing Church's most advanced research into cosmic consciousness and artificial transcendence. The celestial emissaries and other artificial beings created through church experiments demonstrate institutional attempts to replicate cosmic transformation through medical procedures. Ibratis, daughter of the cosmos, appears in the cathedral ward's deepest chambers as the church's secret patron and source of cosmic knowledge. This Great One's voluntary cooperation with human institutions provides direct evidence of cosmic entities' interest in fostering human development and transformation. The research hall, accessible through DLC content, reveals the systematic torture and experimentation that characterize the Church's approach to creating artificial cosmic consciousness. The patients transformed through these procedures demonstrate both the ambition and cruelty of institutional attempts to force cosmic transcendence. Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower serves as guardian of these dark secrets and representative of hunters who have achieved cosmic awareness through guilt and suffering, rather than ambition or scholarly pursuit. Her self-imposed exile and eventual suicide reflect the psychological cost of participating in cosmic atrocities. The fishing hamlet represents the original sin that established the pattern of cosmic intervention and human exploitation that characterizes all subsequent events. The massacre of innocent villagers by Byrgenwerth scholars created the cosmic curse that traps blood-drunk hunters in eternal nightmare realms. Kos, or some say Kosm, appears as the Great One, whose death in the fishing hamlet established the cosmic justice that governs supernatural events throughout Bloodborne's narrative. Her corpse on the hamlet's shore serves as reminder of cosmic entities' vulnerability and the consequences of human aggression toward cosmic beings. The orphan of Kos emerges from its mother's corpse as manifestation of cosmic rage and justice, seeking vengeance for crimes committed against cosmic entities and their worshippers. This encounter represents direct confrontation with cosmic consequences of human actions across historical time periods. As our journey through Yharnam's streets and nightmare realms draws to a close, we begin to understand the true scope of the cosmic horror that surrounds us. The Great Ones, those transcendent beings whose influence permeates every aspect of Yharnam's existence, are not the distant, uncaring deities we might expect from cosmic horror literature. Instead, they reveal themselves as profoundly lonely entities, beings who have achieved cosmic consciousness at the cost of their ability to form meaningful connections or create viable offspring. Their involvement with humanity stems not from malevolence or conquest, but from desperate attempts to fill the void left by their own cosmic isolation. The hunter's dream, where you rest between expeditions into Yharnam's horrors, serves as a elaborate nursery designed to identify and develop potential surrogate children for cosmic entities who cannot reproduce naturally. Your repeated deaths and resurrections, your gradual growth in power and cosmic awareness, all serve purposes that extend far beyond the immediate goal of cleansing beast-infected streets. Gehrman's paternal guidance and the doll's maternal care represent artificial attempts to provide the nurturing that cosmic entities cannot offer directly. Their roles in your development demonstrate both the Great One's genuine desire to create meaningful relationships and their fundamental inability to understand what such relationships require. The three possible endings of your journey represent different responses to cosmic offers of transcendence and connection. Accepting Gehrman's offer returns you to the waking world with memories of cosmic truth suppressed. Choosing ignorance over dangerous knowledge, defeating Gehrman, but submitting to the moon presence, binds you to eternal service as the dream's new caretaker, replacing one form of cosmic servitude with another. The third path, available only to hunters who have consumed sufficient cosmic knowledge through umbilical cords, leads to transformation into an infant Great One, cradled by the doll. This ending represents successful cosmic reproduction, but at the cost of human consciousness and identity. Each ending reflects different philosophical approaches to the fundamental questions that Bloodborne raises about transcendence, knowledge, and the price of cosmic awareness. The game suggests that there may be no perfect resolution to the conflict between human limitation and cosmic truth, between mortal connection and transcendent consciousness. The beauty of Bloodborne's narrative lies not in providing easy answers to these profound questions, but in creating space for contemplation and personal interpretation. The cosmic horror that pervades Yharnam serves as metaphor for real human struggles with growth, loss, and the tension between individual development and meaningful relationship. As you settle into sleep tonight, perhaps you'll dream of gaslit streets and Gothic spires, of gentle hunters and cosmic children, of the eternal question that drives both Great Ones and humans alike. How do we find connection and meaning in a vast universe that often seems indifferent to our deepest needs? Thank you for joining us on this initial journey into Bloodborne's cosmic mysteries. In our next episode, we'll explore the scholars of Byrgenwerth and their fateful discovery of cosmic truth. Until then, may you find your worth in the waking world, and may your dreams be filled with wonder rather than terror. Sweet dreams, fellow hunters. The night is long, but we'll face it together.